The Post is directed by Steven Spielberg and it stars Meryl Streep, Tom Hanks, Bob Odenkirk, Sarah Paulson, among many others. It tells the story of a massive cover-up that spanned 4 US presidents and discovered by the Washington Post, which pushed the country's first female newspaper publisher and a hard-driving editor to join an unprecedented battle between the press and the government. This scandal was related to the Vietnam War and it revealed secrets of the government's involvement in that war, and this came right out before Watergate broke. In fact, the film does build up to that in a sense. And Spielberg fast-tracked this film into production right after finishing Ready Player One because he was so passionate about the project. And once you see this film, it's clear why. Not only is The Post very relevant to the relationship between the government, or very specifically the president, and the media today, but it also has other social and cultural topics at hand that it discusses, some of them very subtly so and very well so, that prove to be necessary to be out there in these days. And Spielberg does it very well. One of the things I must commend about The Post is that despite being very topical and relevant today, it doesn't feel like it's being topical and relevant for today using the skin of previous government scandals. It does feel like it's focusing on that. It focuses on these characters as newspaper publishers, as people who work on the press and on the printing physical medium. And the film does dedicate a lot of time to that. In fact, my major flaw with this film is how much it takes for us to get into what is the meat of this film. Because for the first half of The Post, the film feels like it's distributing its focus on a very wide range. It's building characters up. It's building and explaining the physical medium of running a newspaper, how much labor goes into it. It's trying to tell the story of how the government is involved in the Vietnam War. It's trying to explain how people got these secrets and these Pentagon papers and who was involved and who wasn't, who knew about this, who was trying to hide information. The film is directed beautifully like we know Spielberg to do. I'm not saying it's badly directed, but it is the typical tropes that we have Spielberg doing. He dollies up slowly on characters when they are having an important conversation. He looks upwards to characters from down under as he focuses on them slowly and they're focusing their eyes on something and thinking about something. He has these big, powerful speech scenes that are delivered very well and very brilliantly so, but they are tropes of Spielberg. And maybe this film will get accused of being Oscar baity because of it. But being Oscar baity, for me at least, it's not necessarily a bad thing unless you are solely there to be Oscar baity. And The Post certainly isn't for me. This is a very well done script with a lot of topics that are relevant, that are important to be discussed, and Spielberg discusses it in his very unique voice, and he directs the crap out of this movie. Every shot grabs you, every shot lasts how much it needs to. There is not one scene in this film that I felt like it was wasted, and the dialogue delivered by these actors from this script is also fantastic. It feels organic, it feels so lived in. The film is driven by 2 powerhouse performances from Meryl Streep and Tom Hanks. These 2 very well built, very well written, and very well realized characters that are here and move this film forward. They are the ones that carry this movie and you are hooked on them. Meryl Streep certainly deserves her nomination for the Oscars after witnessing this film. I would still put Jessica Chastain on there before putting her, but I completely understand how she was nominated this year for The Post. Her character has a beautiful arc in this film that relates to a lot of topics at hand here, and she is actually the character that gets the most subtle development and discusses the most subtle topics in this film. She is brilliant. There are 2 scenes that stand out in this film that could have been solely the reason for why she gets the Oscar nom, and it's absolutely deserved. And Tom Hanks is Tom Hanks. The guy doesn't give a bad performance as much as Spielberg doesn't direct a bad film. Tom Hanks is seasoned. He has seen it all. He is tired of everything. He is running this newspaper despite the fact that it's going down and losing sales and everything, but this dude just delivers it all brilliantly. There's not one moment where Tom Hanks is speaking and you are able to be distracted because the dude just grabs you. This is a brilliant actor, and once more he proves why he is a brilliant actor. I reiterate that my major flaw with this film is that first half that is not very focused on one single element, or at least doesn't encompass all the elements that it's focused on to seem like it's gelling so well. But when it gets to the point, it gets to the point. The movie gets going. It's riveting, it's engaging, it's powerful, it's moving, compelling, and you see the necessity for that first half being how it was. Even on repeated viewings, I know I will feel like this film may be dragging on the first half. But The Post is certainly an important film with an important script, driven by powerhouse performances, some of the best from both these actors who have amazing bodies of work, and Spielberg once more directs the crap out of a film. It isn't one of his best films, but that doesn't really speak to the weaknesses of The Post, but rather to how amazing the entire body of work that Spielberg has throughout his career is. The Post is certainly not a boring drama, even if you are not interested in government dramas, in political dramas. This is one of the most riveting ones I have seen in the last years, and I will give The Post a collector's item. What did you think of The Post, my beautiful geekies? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what is your favorite Spielberg film for the past 10 years, and let me know how you rank The Post among his filmography. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. Tomorrow I'll have a review for Gotham by Gaslight, and on Sunday, Captain America the First Avenger Geek Classic. I can't wait to see you there. Thank you so much once more. And so until then, you stay beautiful, you stay geeky, and if you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button and the bell so you can be geeky united!